Hello everyone, welcome back for another Let's Peek, and this time I thought I would take a look at a game that, well, I won't call it a good game because it's this, but it is an example of what happens when fans are allowed to recreate an MMO that gets, pretty much tossed aside by the company. In this case, it's pretty faithful recreation of Toontown Rewritten. So yes, my purple dog is now glaring at you disapprovingly. And mail is happening. A whole bunch of things are happening. Where's my jump button? There's jump. Took me a little bit to remember the controls. Yeah, basically arrow keys to move, control to jump, and then you move the mouse over whatever things you need to select here. But how many jelly beans do I have on me? And that is a question I have to seriously ask. $16. I'm also maxed out on attacks, even though they're called gags. So let's take a quick look at Toontown Rewritten, kind of show the basic idea of this game. There will be a lot more in this game that I do not cover, but that is the way things work. Because I'm not going to be able to go through a building or anything like that. But let's talk about Toontown Rewritten. Originally, how it was a Disney property. Toontown basically being a name used in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That type of thing. Where am I? Right there. Somebody small. Yep, somebody got shrunk. So I want to find a level 2 or higher enemy for various reasons. You're level 1, aren't you? No, you're level 3. Let's look at combat here. Because this is the vast majority of it. You will face off against another enemy. There could be multiple enemies, but in this case you see it's a level 3, so we want to use a level 3 or lower attack, or higher attack on him, sorry. And someone's helping me out. And now he's going to get to attack. And he just threw a clip-on tie at me for 2 damage. What's everyone else going to do? It helps if you sync up attacks. I will say that. And I was right the first time. You want to go or lower on attacks. If you attack something with a higher level than the attack you're using, you don't get any experience points. And I can't read what that says there. I'm so just like, I guess. But you get experience. And that is combat. That is one of the major tenets of, well, Toontown Rewritten. I don't know any of these other people that are walking around. I don't have any inclination to get to know them. And I am nowhere near high enough level to show off any of the other really moves in the least. But attacks you can get. At some point you can get a tune-up, and that's a heal. You get a trap, which is a kind of attack. Lure is more of a it basically stuns the enemy for so many rounds. Sound is kind of like a group attack, and drop is like a heavy damage, low accuracy attack. Not really all that important. Throw and squirt you're going to be dealing with forever. You're going to max them out. You saw me gain some experience points. Yes, I gained some experience points in my squirt ability, and you see it there. When this bar right here maxes out, that means I will have access to the next tier of squirt attack. To get access to new attacks, you have to complete what is called gag training. And right now my character is working on tune-up. You've got to complete a quest to grab each one of these individual little frames here. Once you grab all 16, you learn the skill of tune-up, or whatever you've picked. In my case, tune-up because it's a heal. Unfortunately, it's not a heal that affects you. It can only affect your teammates. So this game very much encourages grouping up. And right now, I am in this area. I have a quest. I've got to go visit this guy for a 3-point laugh boost. Laugh is hit points. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I'm like right around the corner from him. So let's go ahead and turn this in. Luckily, the map does show this stuff. And the only thing that becomes a major problem is I will probably try to show that off soon. Let's build some glue, stuck. Defeat some cell bots and bring back some oil. So we've got a quest to defeat a very specific type of enemy called the cell bot. There are 4 types. What was that? Good grief. There are 4 types of enemy we can run into. We've got cell bots, the type that's in the list there. There we go. These are, I believe these are the cell bots, or are these the cell bots? I think these are cash. Are these cell bots? I can't tell anymore. I think these are boss bots, representing the evil, oh, what's the good word I'm looking for? Authority figures, I guess, in life? But yeah, Flunky, Pencil Pusher, and Yes Man are all I've seen. Then we have Law Bots, which are Bottom Feeder, Bloodsucker, Double Talker, Ambulance Chaser, Cash Bots, Short Change and Penny Pincher, and Pincher, and Cell Bots, which are Cold Caller, Telemarketer, and Name Dropper. So Cell Bots are represented by this little graph-looking symbol here. If we look on our map, we can see that this particular instance is inhabited by mostly Law Bots. So if we want Cell Bots, we've got to go somewhere else. So let's do that. And in case you can't see it, it actually tells you what, I guess, class a enemy is. Cellbot. Come here, you. No, you can't interest me in an insurance plan. You're level 2, so I don't want to use the level 3s on you, as that would be a waste of an attack. My guy's usually better at dodging than that. Oh well. And that should be it for him. when the jewel on their front starts flashing, they're either like at 1 hit point or they're dead. And I recovered some oil. There we go. That's all I had to do. Which way's out? The way I was not headed. And just in case you're worried about getting attacked in here, just stick to the sidewalks, because outside of a very few specific places, which do not exist in this area, at least right now, the bots do not walk on the sidewalk. They stick strictly to the street, so they will just walk harmlessly on by you, as long as you're not standing in the middle of the street. But anyway, we got his oil, but he still can't get out. And now he wants law bots that have grease. Luckily for us, there were law bots everywhere around here, so we just defeat one until it drops some grease. Unfortunately, that's level 1, so it'd be a big waste of skill experience, but you know, sadly, sometimes getting the quest out of the way is worth more than, you know, just trying to continually get experience in your skills. Items not recovered. Grease. Fantastic. What are you? You are a cell bot. You are not a law bot. You are a law bot, though. Am I getting help? I think I'm getting help. Level 2. We'll hit him with some water. You know, you could have coordinated the attack. That's all I'm going to say. There is a thing where if everybody in the group uses the same attack, it gets some bonus. It gets some bonus damage in there. It's not really vital against the low levels, but it helps out against the higher levels. Hey, I got my grease. And back this way. And no, that is not my recording software flipping out. The game actually is kind of this stuttery. Cash bots that have water. Even though I have perfectly good squirt gags here, I have water. But now I gotta find cash bots, huh? That's not a cash bot. You're a cell bot. You are a law bot. See if there are any cash bots in here, because I would like to finish one quest. So we're half cash and half law, huh? That's good odds. Matter of fact, there's one right here. Almost out of level 3 attacks. Great, missed. That's what I needed to do, was miss. Since he gets to attack back. It's most of his hit points. funny. Oh, quit dodging. Come on, you're a peon. Stop that. That should do it. Did not get water from that, huh? That's a level 4. I'm kind of hurting. I might be able to do the level 3, though. I could easily end up dead here, but you know how it goes. Gotta take the risk. He might have one more in him. He does. Thankfully, this isn't terrible. That should kill him. Please recover the water. Ah. I could probably take on one more. In fact, I think I need to. Level 2. Hey, I missed one. Or dodged one. Oh, this is bad. Sadly, I'm probably not surviving this. Let's run. Okay, so got beat up pretty badly there. As for healing, there are a couple of things you can do to heal. One, you just kind of run around and sit around in here, and you will very slowly recover hit points. The other is you can look for icons. I'm not seeing any. Not seeing... There's one. They take different forms in different areas, but you grab it and it restores a good amount of hit points. Now that I've done that, I need to go to the gag shop. Spin some jelly beans. There we go. Though I could probably use some more candy. Still want to focus on actually completing a quest. That will not take me back the way I need to go. I need to go back to this one, because that has the cash bots I need in it. I am going somewhere with this. Eventually. Ah, good, that happened. So you've noticed how everything looks really bright and colorful around here, and yet a few buildings around here are kind of gray and dull and ugly. Those are special events. You go into a place and, well, it's been taken over by the bots, by the cogs. But yeah, essentially the NPCs have taken over a building, and if you want to get use of that building back... My guy is permanently working with closed eyes now, apparently. If you want to get used to that building back, you've got to go into that building and raid it, and basically do this on a few different floors and clear out some, finally, you've got to clear out rooms full of these cogs. Which I will not be doing here because, well, my character would just get completely stomped trying to do something like that. Because before you do that, you want to have some higher level attacks and all that, you know. Standard stuff, right? Right. But let's see if the water is enough to get this mouse unstuck from the floor. Come on. Unfortunately, there's just a lot of ground to cover. Thankfully, the store this mouse inhabits is fairly close to here. At least I think it is. Yeah, it is. Just down the street. So there, we now have 22 hit points instead of 19. Or laugh points, I guess, to be very technical about it. So now that we've completed the quest, let's go turn it in. I guess technically it is turned in. But there are headquarters in every street, there are headquarters in all of the hubs. But essentially, once you complete a quest, or two, or however many, you get to pick up any of these. And it says, here are your rewards, here's a tune-up, and here's a small tune. Let's pick the one that gets us more, you know, a little closer to the animation that, you know, gets us the healing spell there. And yeah, that is pretty much all you're going to be doing in Toontown. It's the majority of what you're going to do. You're going to run around, you're going to take these quests, you're going to get all the boost you can out of the quests here, and then you're going to go, then you will get stronger, higher level quests once you complete all the tasks in one area. So that is pretty much the meat of Toontown Rewritten. It was the meat of Toontown, and they didn't change a thing once they revived the dead Toontown. Did I mention that? I believe I mentioned it, but I will mention it again. This game was originally discarded by Disney. That's why you see Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Pluto and Donald Duck and a whole bunch of other people around. That's why you see them. But yeah, Disney stopped supporting the servers, so what happened? They, if I needed healing, that would have been good. There's ice cream everywhere. So a group of fans got together and basically redid the server and managed to save the game, kind of. And they'll probably keep it saved until... until Disney's lawyers decide to get around to suing and hitting this game with a cease and desist. So, you know, because this is still technically Disney's intellectual properties everywhere here. But anyway, enough about depressing copyright and games getting to disappear and all that just because, you know, the servers are no longer profitable. You've seen pretty much everything that's really well, you know, to do with this game. You've seen how to level up attacks, you've seen how to get new attacks, and you've seen quests. And the quests generally don't vary much from that. They'll ask you to get different classes, or even ask you, and you saw that one in case, Penny Pinchers is a very specific enemy type you have to luck into, etc, etc, etc. The only other part of this are the minigames, which admittedly minigames make up everything. But yeah, specifically minigames that get you more jelly beans, which you use to purchase the attacks, and you even use to purchase something I will show you after we do a couple of minigames. There are a bunch of them. Whichever one you get are randomly assigned, and you play the minigames by boarding that little trolley, which means we will probably have help for the first. Yep, people are going to jump in here and play with us. I don't know these people. They just jumped in. Don't know what game we're going to play. Arrow keys to swim. Dodge animals. Not like that. Dodge animals more like that. Yeah, didn't quite make that. Or that. Ah. Little crab's got some jump to him, man. Don't think I'm gonna... Nope. Not gonna have time to get a third. And there we go. Okay, I'm not good at this, but you know. Oh. Is the ricochet gonna be my nope. Ah. I thought he was gonna have just a tiny bit more, poof than that. Tiny bit more push. I guess that's a she, isn't it? Did I? I did it. I think I put too much into it. I still win, though. Wow. Could have sworn I was going to have a little bit more push than that. Nope. Oh well. That doesn't quite fill me up on jelly beans, but that's enough for that. So now, let's look at the last thing this game has to offer. The home you get to decorate. So you get a house. It has, well, a mailbox that's empty. You have a little place out here, which, why do I have, I don't recall it being ice cream as the healing items out here, but, you know, oh well. And you can plant trees here, which will spawn... Yeah, there we go. We can plant a tree. Unfortunately, I don't have any of those to plant, so we can't do that. But basically, you plant something here, and you can grow the gags for free. You can only grow so many of them in a day, and they do more damage than the base level gag. But anyway, my home is going to be very sparse. I did not put much into it. I have a few jelly beans in the bank, and what you would use those for. Maybe you saw the note about the cattle log being available. But basically you use your little jelly beans to buy various things, like statues that we do not have skill for, or molding, or speed chat phrases for use, well, in chatting, or various types of clothes, accessories, shoes, backpacks, knapsacks, hair bows, sneakers, name fonts for the name that displays above you, all that type of thing. Including a massive cannon which you can rent for, 2 days. Which, yeah, that is a thing. Well, yeah, better fishing poles, which I didn't show off fishing, but you can go fishing for various things here. But really, that's pretty much Toontown Rewritten. Pretty much exactly as it was beforehand, but I think they may have added, who knows. I think they may have added a few things here and there. But that's all I'm going to show off now, because I have spent far, far longer on this than I expected to. But yeah, I wouldn't call this a good game. I wouldn't call it a terrible game either. It's really good for younger children. It's not bad for, that age range. But if you're used to actual MMOs, there's not much here for you, but then again, this isn't for you. This is for kids. This is for kids that are just learning how to play an MMO. I don't recall it actually costing anything when Disney had it unless you wanted special perks. But yeah, it wasn't even that expensive. I think, what was it, $5, maybe $10 a month at most for a subscription to this game. Of course, now that it's Toontown Rewritten and it's not hosted on Disney servers and all that, the people hosting it are hosting it for free because, I mean, legally they probably can't get away with charging anything. But anyway, that's all for this. I'm done with it. I may log in every now and then just to kind of grind up a little bit here and there when I get bored and just kind of need to think of a project. This is not a bad game for me to turn on and just kind of zone out while I walk back and forth squirting water at machines. It's not a terrible game in that regard. It's very simple to play. Very basic MMO. I never messed with the house decorations. My daughter did when she played this game. She had her house tricked out. But that was back when Disney was still running the farm. And also, something I will say, there are other MMOs that I've heard of that have come back from the dead under fan servers and such, which don't require you to put on a ton of special hardware and software to play. I'm going to be on the lookout for them. Most notably, I've heard rumors of a couple. One I've seen is somebody's bringing back Fusion Fall, which, if you don't recall, that's the old Cartoon Network MMO that was around during the time of Dexter's Lab and Ed, Edd n Eddy, and right at the beginning of like Ben 10 and such, where you created your own character and you got to run around and play with like Samurai Jack and such. Another one I've heard rumors of existing is City of Heroes. Yeah, I've heard rumors. I have seen nothing specific on this, but if I ever get the chance, I will try to get some footage of both of those. I don't think Fusion Fall is quite ready yet, and as far as I know, the only way to get into the City of Heroes servers now is by special invite. And I'm pretty sure the fact that I'm saying now I would like to record video of this wouldn't go over well with the people issuing out the invite, so I probably just do myself to never see that game if it exists, and I've only heard rumors, like I said. But yeah, if you guys know of any, MMOs that died because, well, the companies that own the property just couldn't be bothered anymore and they killed it just to, only for a group of fans to come back and, put the game back up and make it live again so that the fans, the rest of the fans could actually have something, let me know. Because it would definitely be an interesting experience to turn this little Wednesday Let's Peek slot into, something that looks at games that have been resurrected from the dead in the MMO community. I would be interested in it. I don't know if anyone else would be, but definitely something I would be interested in. So if you know any of those, let me know about them, and maybe if I can get everything set up and working, you'll see a video of it. You'll see me make a video about it. Who knows? But anyway, take care, everyone. I will see you all back next week for more Let's Peek. Later, all.